All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Yatas and Leafmen. We have a guide for fishing today. And more specifically, we are going to be using the Mirage Island fishing event for that. Now, do you know when this fishing event is? It is on Saturday. However, if you check in the Discord resource section, there is a link to a Mokulu something or other. It's a calendar, and it will convert the time of the event to your region, whatever it's called. Anywho, come to Mirage Isle if you haven't been there in a while. It has changed. They have now divided the lake up, and you'll see a bunch of quest markers out here in the ocean. You can ignore those because it is now over here in this ring. For some reason, they left the quest markers out in the open where they aren't anymore. You'll find yourself on one of these platforms. Any of them will do. Just talk to a Daru, and that's what to do. Gosh, that was cheesy. Anywho, grab yourself a Lucid Mirage fishing rod, equip it. You can actually do this before and after reset because technically it's a daily. And in normal sport fishing, which is the fishing that requires you to go out in the open, usually out in the ocean, it's susceptible to being pirated, but I've never ran into anyone that tried to take my packs out there, or my fish. And you have to find a school of birds that are looking for food and bait the water, and the fish will come. In this case, for the fishing event, they already do that for you. You don't need to bring anything other than a tiny amount of labor. So we're going to look at this menu that pops up down here. Ignore this perform a yada dance. That's from me being a yada. And we're going to do the basic sport fishing. We're going to throw a rod in there, and then we're going to play a mini game. Essentially, Simon Says, with these other buttons, which are to stand firm left and right, to give the fish some slack, to reel it in, and to do a big reel in. Now, once the fish pops up here in a moment, we're going to target it, like I did this last one, this pink marlin here. And when it does, under its health bar, we will see whatever command, and we're essentially going to be playing some Simon Says. The correct combination will stun the fish and eventually give us the opportunity to reel it in, dealing some damage and tiring the fish out. There we go, here's our fish. Let's target it because sometimes it can be silly and run around and get away from you. You know, maybe go under the dock or wherever. Let's see here. So we do have about 30 seconds from the last input command, or whatever you want to say, to before the fish just escapes with the bait. In this case, of course, the Mirage Isle Fest, we don't actually have to put bait, but you get what I mean. Anyway, so we're going to do these, and it's going to stun the fish, and as we do these little commands, it's depleting the fish's stamina. Now, three tips. If we happen to have our loot pet out, it'll actually grab the fish as long as it's within 40 meters, I believe, and automatically put it in your back. The other tip I'll say is that I've heard that there's an increased chance to get this reel in or big reel in if you add some tension on the line. Now, tension on the line is from doing the wrong command at the time, and you can build up to 20 stacks before it snaps the line. And I'll show you what I mean in just a sec. Here we have our fish. We got a pink marlin fry pack. Fries are really small. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Now this adds to our contest, but what we're looking for is a lucky or a gargantuan, and that's going to up our ranking in the contest, as well as be a little bit more money. Now, alternatively, you can use the fish stand to make an item out of your fish. In freshwater lake sport fishing, that turns them into like wall art and paintings and stuff. And in our case here, it can turn them into like trophies, like stuffed fish, and they're kind of cool to hang over your fireplace mantle. Now, because I've done the incorrect command there, or I'm still doing a different command. Oh, well, I happen to do that. Let's see here. So I'll do the wrong command here, and it'll build up tension at 20 or it says at 20 or higher. The line will snap, right? Now I've heard having a bit of tension stored up on the line will increase the chances of the reel or the big reel coming in, which is how you deal the damage and get the fish in quicker. Is that 100% confirmed? I'm not sure, but well, I think it works, so I give it a good old fashioned try anyways. Now we got a pink marlin pack there. It's not a fry, so it's a actual decent sized fish, but again, we're looking for a gargantuan or a lucky to get a big fat fish up there to win the contest. The other thing I will say is preemptively use the big reel in. So when you see that it's counting down, let's say a stand firm right or whatever, and it's counting down, and it's about to change to a different command or the same command again. So it says slack off. Right before that changes, I'm gonna hit big reel in. And see if I would have had it gone there, I would have gotten the entire duration of the big reel in, the big boy damage there. And preemptively doing that, you'll add a little bit of tension, but if it happens to switch over to the big reel in and you're already doing it, you're going to get the full duration rather than losing out on the small amount of time from it changing over, you seeing it, you clicking the button, losing a figurative second or so. Now, last thing here is we're going to go to community. Just kidding, ranking information, and go over to sport fishing. And this is who is in the top. Our very own Colfax is here in the top 10, so he's going to get a divine reward. However, personally, what I like to do is grab a gargantuan or a lucky, and that's going to almost guarantee that it's going to definitely guarantee that we're in the top 100 and get a celestial divine box. And it comes with 6 tokens, and you can check what those tokens will do later. But if you do happen to get in the top 10, like our good Sir Colfax is, it includes 10 coins and 50 gold, all the way up to 1,000 gold and a golden fishing bowl, depending on which box you win. I will say though, if you do want to go try this in the sports fishing on the sea, the feeding zones are perfect to fill up 3 boats for one trip. So bring 2 friends, go out, safety in numbers, and pull in some good fish. I personally earn about 12 silver per labor, and as you increase your proficiency, it will deal a lot more damage, and you'll be able to wield better rods and stuff. So it's definitely not a bad idea to bring stuff like the Radiant Dawnstrop boots, or swing by and grab a Dehuta's bubble buff from a mermaid bath. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. Enjoy your fish.